Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you back to Shadow of the Colossus, where last time we took on the great peaceful beast of the sky phalanx, and today, well, things are going to change, but not necessarily for the best. As you can see, I'm rocking the sweet shaman mask we equipped a while back, and something I'm very proud of as a gamer to have been able to earn and collect, and something I've been really excited to show off since we started this adventure is the final reward you receive for defeating all 16 Colossi in hard time attack, and that's the Queen's Sword. Oh man. It is an extremely powerful sword that will deal a significant amount of damage to a sigil point on a Colossus. Obviously, it's almost a direct reference to the Queen's Sword in Eco, although there are quite a few cosmetic differences as well as the distinct lack of electricity surrounding the blade, but I think it's still pretty lovely and kind of leaves a lot of the canon between the two titles fairly ambiguous. But man, I cannot tell you how incredibly gratifying it was to get, only because this game is pretty unforgiving on some of its time thresholds for certain colossi, and their seemingly random actions at times. I can confidently say that earning this is probably one of my more notable video game accomplishments, aside from, I don't know, maybe beating Yoshi's Island DS without taking a hit, but oh boy, that is an entirely different story. Oh, also, you may have noticed, but it appears as though our fair steed Agro has taken to a paler shade of white, as it were. And depending on whether or not I made an intro regarding the slight appearance change regarding our horse and the various things you can do on our good friend here, this color is exclusive to hard mode, which means that taking on the 14th Colossus should be pretty difficult, right? Well, not exactly. Today on the game, we're going to be taking on Zenobia, essentially a carbon copy of a guardian we previously fought, who you might remember as Celosia. We'll talk a little more about their similarities soon enough, because regardless of that, this fight is much different than you'd expect. It also takes place in one of the farthest reaches of the land we've come to explore yet, and the battle takes place in what the game calls the Ancient City, which bears quite a resemblance to the castle seen in Eco. See, now you know why I wanted to equip this weapon specifically for this fight. But I digress. This isn't too terrible, actually. We certainly get to see a lot more beautiful landscapes on our way there, including areas we've already been and have yet to discover, and I have a lot of fun just going through the land. I think I talked about this last time, but I would spend hours just looking around for little secrets and trying to explore every nook and cranny, because there are so many fan theories circulating around this game and certain aspects of it. I mean, we're coming up on 10 years since this game was released, which is really cool, and I don't know if they're going to do anything special for it, maybe some Last Guardian nonsense, but we'll have to see about that. So that game's kind of been in the dark. They just kind of announced it, and then they were like, okay, we're going to work on it for a little bit. But this area right over here, for some reason, this always reminds me of when I was trying to search for geckos the first time I played this game. I was always stuck over here because I was convinced that for some reason or another, one would be here and continually spawn, and then this is where I would come back to, and I don't know, it's kind of a strange sanctuary for such a thing, but we're gonna go climb up it, and unfortunately I don't think there's a very good vantage point here. I mean, I'd still like to take a look around. Just look at this. Yeah, something about this is just reminded me of the killing. Pretty hardcore here. Okay, so we need to head off over there. I believe it's in the northeast, and oh yes, yes, Wander. Oh, that would have been so sweet. Oh, damn it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, and something else about the Queen's Sword I guess I should mention. Aside from being a little bit more powerful, it doesn't really offer any other advantages for it to being used. Like, you can't put your blade up to the sky and just have light emanating from it like the Shining Blade. You're still gonna have to be in the sun to do that, so it's kind of weird. The weapons in this game are fairly balanced, except for the exploding arrow, obviously. Yeah, God, look at this place. I kind of just want to take the scenic route because there's like a canyon way over here, and I kind of just really want to explore it. I mean, you guys saw in the last part, or no, wait, it wasn't the last part. It was, yeah, it was 2 parts ago now, I guess, where you saw how many files I had, all my save files, just like stacked on top of each other. Ooh. Yeah, I put quite a pretty penny of time in this, and for good reason. Just look at this. Any game that you can just surf on top of your horse is just, it's A+ in my book, especially some of the physics. Oh. So yeah, over here, this giant basin. I guess I jumped off a little too soon, but we're nearing the city, and just, oh, God, I'm getting chills just looking at this. Ah, I am sorry. This game is just easily one of my favorite games. I think you guys probably got the picture by now, but I love this game. Alright, Agro, it's time to head off and seal our fate. And actually, you know what? Agro can't come with us, very unfortunately. I know. She's quite reluctant to do so, but... Oh, what are you doing? Oh, careful. Now, she doesn't want to go. She knows that we're gonna have to leave her behind. Because apparently horses cannot swim. Can horses swim? I guess that's something I probably should have read up on when I was researching what kind of a horse Agro was. Seems like kind of obvious knowledge. I don't know. We'll head through this cave of sorts. Oh, it's okay, Agro, and this is where we leave. You can do some really funny physics stuff off of Agro there. I had recorded a couple of extra footage things for the beginning segments of these videos, and there's this one that was so hilarious where I would flip over into the water just by stopping there. It was kind of amazing, but this place is pretty cool too. Like, where the hell would you ever see this in nature? Ah, we do have a little reprieve of land here. God, this looks so cool. Agro, are you sure you don't want to come over here? It looks really cool. Poor Agro. Aw. I'm sorry. Well, very luckily, this isn't a fight where Agro would actually come in handy, because Sinopia, although being one of the fastest Colossi in the entire game, it wouldn't really help to have Agro, so kind of works out in that sense. But as we near the entrance of the ancient city, or what remains, there's a couple of strange stones here. Ooh. And then here we have it. Ooh. The Lost City. God. This city is so insanely, disturbingly haunting that I can't even explain why. The music just cut out there. No ambience? Okay, that was kind of unusual. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. But this place, oh man, it might not look like much, but I'm so curious about it, and I really want to explore it, but we're not going to have a whole lot of time because there's been a guardian set loose, and we got to take him out. With our beloved foot physics, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present Sinopia, the aggressive guardian of the city. He is completely armored, and as of now, we have no way to defeat him. So our only objective is to run. Oh no. Okay. As you can see, he is not happy with us here. So we need to find a way to use all of this pent-up anger and malice he's accumulated over the years against him, which is actually one of the reasons why I somewhat enjoy this fight. It's set up more like an arena puzzle, more than anything else, and, you know, now that I say that, we'll see something like this again in the next fight, but for now, oof, we set our sights on this asshole. Now, as I said before, we can't get to any of his weak points, but why not provoke him with a couple of spears and wow, okay, nice going, Wander. Oh, apparently he skipped the javelin throwing class in PE during senior year. But no. Actually, you don't really need to use this spear. I feel like bullying him into ramming whatever pillar you're on. is a great help. Because as you can tell, ooh, okay, we made it. That's kind of a scary jump to make sometimes, because as you can tell, you can still move through the cutscenes, but your controls are just slightly different as it comes out of that relative camera angle. So now you see what we need to do, and that's to make Zenobia do something stupid. If you fall off, it isn't too much of a big deal, but try to avoid it, because I heard getting mauled by creatures named Zenobia is not very pleasant. Also, whatever structure he tends to knock down will be a way for you to get back up onto the next structure. So, there we go. Some of these pillars take 2 hits from this bad boy. So let's go ahead and provoke him a little bit. And now he's mad. And if you time it just right, you can jump up pretty much to the top of the next pillar. So, let's see if we can time it just right. Oh no, shoot! Ah, damn it, Wander. I shouldn't have been gripping onto the top of that. It's kind of weird, and I forgot how much grip and stamina we have on this. It's really nice. It's almost completely maxed out. Alright. Thank you. The AI for this guy is really sketchy at times too, so you want to kind of time it in such a way that maybe he's focused on trying to take you out instead of letting him run around. So, we don't want to play no Blues Traveler in this game. There we go. Very nice. Okay. So we have a couple more. It's no big worry. Although now I am slightly starting to worry. He's stuck, maybe. Let me come over here. I know you want a Wander sandwich, but you're gonna have to work for it, son. Alright. So, ooh, no, don't do that. Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't. Man, he is not very hostile at all. So I think you can actually use arrows against him as well. I like using the spear. How often do you get to do that, right? Alright, so we now get to jump to this structure, and ooh, oh my god, that looked painful. Talk about like a broken rib cage, just right out of the gate. Okay. So, oh, I guess I should mention at this point that, God damn it, that apparently Wander just really doesn't know how to throw spears. He has only one major sigil across both difficulties, and time attack for normal and hard are 9 minutes flat, and this is what takes a significant chunk of that time, is doing this. And with the reduced stamina and the weapons not being that great, he is probably one of the trickier ones that I have dealt with, but he wasn't too terrible. Okay, so this pagoda type thing, I don't even know what to call it, is a little bit scary if he hits it while you're trying to get up, because sometimes you'll just roll backwards and you won't be able to recover. So we're gonna head over here and hope we can get this situated. Come on. Ooh. Alright. So we're almost done here. He's about to do the silly thing. Just gonna wait here for one more moment and prepare yourself. Man, so much for being the guardian of the city. You've already demolished half of it in your rage-induced serenity of protection. Okay, we're gonna come up here, and I'm gonna try to do a quote-unquote speedrunning tactic, because this is probably one of the trickier ones that I've ever done, and this is the only way I was able to beat the time attack for this mode, or for this particular monster. So we're gonna try and get him to attack this over here. This is the last thing he needs to knock over. And if we make it quickly, then we'll be able to land on his back and attack him, much like Celosia. But I don't think I'm gonna make it. Alright, prepare yourself, because this is how we do it. Land on him, and here we go, here we go. Yes! No. Okay, so normally that doesn't go that smoothly, because we have the Queen's Sword, but don't take it out on me, I'm sorry! And so, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, join me next time in Shadow of the Colossus, where we will take on arguably, in my opinion, one of the most consistently difficult colossi in the entire game. One that has given me almost the most trouble of anybody we have faced up to this point, and is coincidentally the last one we'll face before taking on the final beast. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.